everybody wants to get started in this business for free. If not, it's probably loomed in the back of your mind. The problem is you either have no money or stuff's just too expensive, or we got to skimp on some stuff to really make some things happen here. Now, you know, in some areas, this will cause you some major issues when getting started. I'm not going to lie to you, which is why many aren't really proud to say how they started. They'll give you some fictitious story on, man, it was hard when we started, but they're not going to really dig into, man, I messed up on these things and I messed up on these things. Now, some of this stuff is going to come from my experience today, but since you asked for this video, I'm going to give it to you. Now, you don't really have to go through this. I'm just letting you know now. If you save up and set some money aside, we can bypass some of these steps and we can have a better start. But like I said, because you asked for this video, I'm going to give it to you. So check out the ultimate no money, do it yourself record label strategy coming up right here on the Music Money Makeover Show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham. I have to give you a disclaimer before we hop into today's show, but here we go. All right, before we go on this, I got to give you a disclaimer. I don't condone this activity. However, you all asked for it. So if your operation falls apart, just remember, I would not do this, and I have better solutions available so you don't fail. Let's get right into this right now. So, business setup, let's talk about it. We can't afford a sole prop, a DBA, or an LLC. So we're going to have to wing it. And I'm talking about like when you go to your Secretary of State to set up a sole prop, to me it's inexpensive, but to some people $50 might be a little bit too much because in some states the sole prop or the DBA is kind of the same. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll lose all protections for our intellectual property and personal protection from the business activities. We will, because first of all, you ain't gonna have no protection with a sole prop or DBA, but the LLC we would have, but since we don't have that, we're gonna lose that protection. And we'll be flying freely for right now. So this is gonna kind of mess up everything else. I'm just telling you right now, this goes against everything that I talk about in the 60-day record label course, but this is going against, I mean, we just flying free, we ain't got no money. Now, equipment, I'm telling you right now, any equipment 2017, 2015, 2016, 2017, you probably can get from somebody for free or little or nothing. They'll probably just give it away if you ask. Or they'll loan it to you or whatever, and then eventually they'll give it to you. So you're gonna need a phone, preferably like a Samsung or iPhone, something like that. You're gonna need a computer with recording and editing software, a camera, DSLR or mirrorless, optional. 2015 models, like I said, can be traded or bartered for, which means you're gonna be shooting in 1080p at a 2015, 2016 model. And then some drives, some SD cards, SSDs, or a card reader. In many cases, you can ask somebody for one, hey, you got a spare SSD or SD card I can use, blah, blah, blah. Just, you're gonna have to do a lot of asking. So you're gonna be real bold starting for free. And if we can get all of this stuff, the computer with the cracked software or the preloaded software, then we can rock and roll. If you're trying to do stuff on CapCut with your editing, of course, you know that you can't do anything there. You're gonna have to pay monthly for that. So that's out. So we're gonna be doing everything on Final Cut for free or some other Adobe Premiere or whatever for free for our video editing or whatever. Okay, that's if you're doing everything yourself. But this is our equipment list. This is what we need to the bare minimum to get started. Now, the creative team, let's talk about it. Favors. We're gonna need them. A video editor, an engineer, an assistant, and a graphics guy. The graphics guy, we can slide on that, but somebody might do some graphics for free. But definitely the engineer, the assistant, and video editor, those are our prime 3 suspects right there, or our prime 3 team members that we're gonna actually need. And if you convince them to get on board with you early on and say, hey, look, I'm doing this thing, you know, this is kind of some pre-recorded stuff from my music, or just listen to me rap, like, and show them how good you are or whatever. Or they might be some friends already that you have that's ready to do this thing with you. Cool, that's even better. Now you ain't got to round nobody up. Grab these people, y'all start creating some stuff together. That's going to give you all the free labor that you need in the beginning. All right, and that assistant eventually may turn into your manager. Now, production. Make the beats yourself. If you're not good at making beats, I don't suggest it, man. Don't do it. Use the producer friend that you got. Find a producer that fits well with you. This person can double as your engineer, so that you can get two for one right here. And then the third option is to rip beats from YouTube. However, this won't get money flowing into your pockets due to content ID. And if you rip off the wrong guy and your song goes viral, we've got other troubles to worry about since you don't have a business to protect you from the irresponsible actions of the business that you've just done. Hint, hint. Legal action will cause us to lose everything. Ask me how I know. It's happened to me twice. I know. I mean, I did it. I lost the money, whatever. I don't care. I got to where I needed to be. So yeah, I mean, everything was scrubbed from my accounts. But anyway, I'm letting you know, if you choose to rip some beats from YouTube, just know that you're probably going to lose everything. I'm just telling you right now. Now, distribution. The best free distributors I've found in a quick Google search were TuneCore, Amuse, and Identify or Indify. TuneCore didn't specify what kind of royalties they would take. Amuse would give you 100% royalties, but they will only give you one single release a month, and that's not an album release, so that kind of limits us. Indify said that they would take 15% of our royalties, but they would give us unlimited releases. I don't even know nothing about Indify. All right, I know a little bit about Amuse, but not much. TuneCore I know a lot more about, but again, they didn't specify what royalties they would take, and they did give us unlimited releases, so that's cool. Obviously with TuneCore, they're not going to give you no data or nothing. They're just going to say, we're going to put your music in the stores, don't ask for anything else, and I don't think you get YouTube Content ID for TuneCore for free, which is a bummer because we kind of need that money when we're trying to get discovered. So, you know, we ain't got no money. So I think TuneCore would probably be the best bet. Even if we lost 15% on our royalties, it's still a better distributor to grow with. Okay, so I think that gives us the best room to grow. All right, collecting royalties. Here's what you can do to register your records for collection. Register with ASCAP because both accounts, writers and publishers, are free when you're just starting only. So if you're just starting out, you can get both of those for free. If you're not just starting out, you cannot get both of those for free. All right. Next, we want to register for Sound Exchange, MLC, and Music Reports because they are free too. HFA is not free, so that's out. We're going to lose those international mechanicals, but it's okay. We're doing stuff for free. It's going to be stupidly difficult later on to change all these accounts over to a business once you start growing. But you know, hey, we got no money, so the difficulty is nothing to us, right? So I just hope your records don't get lost in the sauce. That's why I'm suggesting to go ahead and register with these, because at least your music will be registered. And of course, you know, your distributor is going to give you your ISRCs. And then, of course, ASCAP will give you your ISWCs. And you can go ahead and do all your registration for free at these locations. And I'm trying to keep Song Trust out because, again, you don't have no money. So Song Trust isn't even in this argument right here. It's out. Now, copyrights. Oh, yeah. We don't have no money, and poor man's copyright does not stand up in federal court because the Postal Service is a quasi-federal agency. So yeah, we'll worry about that later. Copyrights are out. Now, music promotion. If you've got all the tools and favored staff in place that we talked about earlier, that's going to give you the free work, then make some content and post consistently. So here's what the audience wants to know, so I can give you some tips on your promotion. How good is your talent, and can you entertain me? Because when they see the talent posts, like you doing your thing as an artist, that's the first thing they want to see. All right, or is this guy dope? Or is this woman amazing? You know what I'm saying? And if they see that, I'm gonna hit follow. And now I want you to entertain me. So can you make the entertainment quality? Is the question. Well, that's what we got our DSLR 2015 model camera for after we borrowed it from somebody. And of course, we got an iPhone to shoot some content. So who are you, by the way? They want to know this stuff. So this is our story content. And what are you doing now? They really want to know that. And what are your future plans? And that's our base questions that we need to answer with our content. And if we can do that, then we can begin to start to create small mini viral moments, and they will lead up into bigger viral moments. And then, of course, eventually the streams start to come and people start to believe in you and they start to donate and give and all this stuff so we can get some more help, which is what we want to do because we ain't got no money. Now, website, we got to go free. Linktree and Gumroad. Gumroad fees get expensive. I ain't gonna lie to you because when I was starting with no money, Gumroad was the choice, but they were expensive. And I was like, I gotta get me a website because this is ridiculous. All right. But at least you'll have a free e-commerce store. And that's the point. Okay. Now, what are the repercussions of doing this? You will have a web of accounts that you will have to detangle as you grow. Shifting accounts and moving subscribers from here to there is irritating. Trust me, it's not going to be pretty, but at least you can say you got it out of the mud. And you're going to look like this guy right over here with all these question marks. I promise you, I did it. It's not sexy and it's not fun moving data from one platform to the next because you got to keep your emails together and your customers together and all this stuff. It's irritating. Now, will I look like an amateur? Unfortunately, yes, you will. However, you won't be spending any money yet because that's coming. We're going to have to spend some money at some point. Now, would you do this? No, I wouldn't do it. Absolutely not. I told you at the beginning of the show, I would not do this. But I made a system so that you could do this the right way. So if you're a producer, an artist, a songwriter, an engineer, a music exec who just want to get their record company and their music publishing company started in 60 days with us without searching all over the internet for the how-tos and searching through the broken links with all the confusing information, I got you covered. I made a course called a 60-day record label course. And what we're going to do is we're going to build that strong foundation with an LLC to help you get funding on top of that and also protect you from the stupid mistakes that you might have made with ripping some beats from YouTube. I got you covered. Then I'm gonna show you how to play the game via contract so you're not getting lost in the sauce out here and getting got not understanding the music business terminology. On top of that, we're gonna move Song Trust out the way and allow you to collect your record and publishing, international and domestic royalties without the middleman taking 15%. That sounds like a win-win to me. You can get started down below, and all the stuff you see right here in the bottom right-hand corner is included, plus much, 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 much more inside of the course. Now, if this is your first time watching the channel, grab the free stuff below, 10 major steps to increase your record label's profits. A free split sheet is included with the download. But if you save up some money, please God, save up some money, you'll be able to have a more solid foundation to start with. It will save you headaches down the road as you grow in your immediate future, and you won't have to detangle unnecessary mess created by doing everything for free. Look, I know everybody don't have a lot of money, but please save up something so you can build the foundation. That's the worst part to do for free. It's like you building a foundation to a house and then you pour the concrete and then it get cracks in it and all that before you even put up the walls to the house. And you say, well, let's just do it anyway. Or you take the cracks and you fill it in with a little bit of concrete and it's still not solid, but you say, let's just, now you're just causing yourself problems down the line. But if you decide to do things this way, you'll have a long road ahead of you. It will be harder to untangle this mess later, but at least you'll be starting, and that's what counts, okay? So aim to save some money first before you start so you can build your foundation, right? Please. So music money makers, if you were struggling with the thought and wrestling with the ideas of starting for free in this music business, you probably still will be struggling starting for free in this music business, all right? But at least you're starting, and that's the whole point. So I want you guys to get started. Hopefully this video helped you. All right, music money makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course, book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com, grab the free stuff below, and I'll see you next time. Peace.